Hello and welcome to the sixth session on Java 8. In this session we will going to talk about variables inside the Lambda expression. So let's start by creating a list of integer we'll name it list. Let's place some elements inside this list. Okay, so now the easiest way of iterating a list in Java 8 is using for each. So now it will pass a lambda expression inside it, and we'll simply gonna print the elements. We'll talk about for each in detail in the later screencasts. So let's execute it. So as you can see, we are successfully able to iterate the list here. So now let's do one thing. Let's define a variable, myVar. Let's assign it a value 3. Now let's use this variable inside the lambda expression. So what we're gonna do is we'll simply gonna say element plus equals myVar. So now let's execute it. So now as you can see, we have incremented the values of every element by 3. So now let's do one thing. Let's introduce the same variable inside the lambda expression. So it will gonna give us the error variable myVar is already defined in the scope. Now the thing is that the lambda expression has the lexical scoping, which means wherever you define the lambda expression, it will look in the enclosed scope above it that whether I have the variable with the same name or not. If the variable with the same name exists in the enclosed scope, then it will not allow you to declare the variable with the same name. So as you can see, this is already giving us the error. So now let's do one thing. Let's move this variable definition after lambda expression. So now this is not a problem for the lambda expression, because as I said, it has the lexical scoping, which means it will look for the declaration of the variable before it. So now if we'll try to execute it, it will gonna work perfectly. Okay, so here's the output. So as you can see, this is working perfectly. Now next, let's remove this variable from here, and let's place this variable myVar before the lambda expression, and let's make some change in this variable. Okay, so I have just incremented the variable. Now we are getting another error that variable used in lambda expression should be final or effectively final. So the thing is that the variables which you want to use inside the lambda expression, they should not be manipulated before using it inside the lambda expression. So effectively final means that I should not do any manipulation. I should, after declaring and assigning the initial value to this variable. So in case I do that, Java will not allow me to use that variable inside the lambda expression. So it should be final or effectively final. So that's all for this session. Thank you.